I tell you, I never thought I'd see the day that Nicki Minaj will be crashing out. I know people try to say that Nicki Minaj is not bothered, but trust me, she bothered because if she wasn't, she would not be crashing out every other hour going on these rants. And the crazy thing about it, Little Kim tried to warn Nicki Minaj and tell Nicki Minaj that everything that the industry tried to do to her or did to her, they were eventually going to do to her. But Nicki Minaj thought she was bigger than the program. And another thing I'm going to say is, I do think there's some truth to some of the stuff that Nicki Minaj is saying, but I don't believe everything she's saying. Now, the whole thing about her being blacklisted, okay, I can hear that because besides that Barbie song that she came out with, I think a year or two ago or whatever, I really don't even hear her songs on the radio like that no more, unless it's like a song that she featured on or a song that have a big artist feature on it. So I believe that, and we all remember the whole Janet Jackson situation, how when that whole accident happened, and the industry when Janet Jackson was reaching her peak, the industry tried to blackball her over that accident. And a lot of radio stations wouldn't play her music videos, wouldn't play her songs. So I believe that because we all know the whole story about how Nicki Minaj was supposed to do Roman Holiday, but I think somebody was unalive that year or something. So I come in was I think it was the Grammys told her to perform another song and not perform that because they didn't think it was a good idea. But then when they got a lot of backlash, she pretty much was blacklisted. So I believe that part. I heard some things about the Desiree Perez or whatever her name is. I'm not gonna speak too much on her because I don't want no smoke with Desiree Perez or whatever her name is because I heard she a wild one. I do not want no smoke for her, but I have heard stories about how she tried to the Perez chick try to use Megan Thee Stallion to have Nicki Minaj blacklisted from different events and stuff like that. And you know, rumors about her daughter. I'm gonna leave it alone because I don't want no smoke with her. So I believe that part. But the whole part about Jay-Z owing her $100, $200 million, now that part I'm not believing. And I'm gonna tell you why in just a minute. First of all, I did my research. You know, I'm like Lauren the road, so I like to do my research before I come up here running my mouth. And Jay Z sold the company for 300, something around 300 million, depending on which source you want to believe. Some say 250, some sources say 200 million, and I even seen some sources say over to 320 million. So I'm just gonna say around 300 million mark. Okay, so my thing about that. Once Jay-Z paid taxes, once Jay-Z paid his lawyers, Jay-Z probably only pocketed probably 100, 150 million at the most after taxes and lawyer fees. So my thing is, if Jay-Z probably only walked away with 100, 150 million after lawyers and taxes and all that, then what makes you think you supposed to get 100, 200 million? And all the other people that was involved pretty much were like they got 8 to 9%, 8 to 9 million for their 3% share, and even Kanye West, who claimed he haven't been paid yet, said that he was owed 8 to 9 million. Okay, so I'm gonna say another thing. 50 Cent owned 10% of Vitamin Water, which was sold to I want to say Pepsi for $1 billion. And his share of the company only gave him $100 million. So once again, what made you think that you're supposed to get 100, 200 million? And even if what you're alleging is true for entertainment purposes, then don't that mean that even if you do include the interest, that's only be maybe 15, 12, 15 million at the most if he do owe you. But word on the curve is that the reason why Jay-Z didn't pay you is because you didn't sign the paperwork or you didn't turn the paperwork in or something happened on the legal end. So legally he didn't have to give you the money, but he still tried to give you $1 million, but you turned it down because you didn't want to sign the paper that he wanted you to sign. And my thing is this. If somebody really owed me 100 to 200 million dollars, do you really think that I would be on Twitter? I mean Instagram, sitting up here, Instagram X, whatever you was on, talking about you owe me 100 to 200 million? No, I'm gonna be in a lawyer office trying to figure out how can I get my 100 to 200 million, because 100 to 200 million is a lot of money, even for a rich person. So then my thing about it, if you really owed you that money like you claim, why you not in the office with the lawyer? And I did some more digging, and they were found out that you had took out some loans. And I don't know the whole ordeal with the loan, because I don't know if you using it to start a business, maybe buy shirt in a business, because there are a lot of artists like, remember, what's his name, dang, Nelly. So half of the songs in his publishing catalog for 50 million, and use part of their money to buy back Apple Bottom, and use part of their money to put money into marketing, promotion, and expenses related to it, or how Kimura paid $5 million to get back baby fat. So artists does that all the time, where they may will pull out loans or sell one of their properties or remortgage they one of their properties, just like Jessica Simpson remortgage one of her properties to buy back the Jessica Simpson collection. People does do that, but one thing I also found is that you also put up your music catalog up, and I think, and also and put up your tour expenses. I mean your tour proceeds for that cream tour to get them loans, and then you have they have it where if you don't pay the loan back, then they can get a portion of the earnings from your music, and they are and stuff like that. So my thing is, I think that you probably owe money left on that, and you don't want them to get a cut of your money from your music. Because let's be honest, money ain't into music anymore. Unless you like a Beyonce, Taylor Swift, or something like that, it's not any real money in this music business anymore like it used to do. The fact that we in a streaming era. So I understand why you don't want them getting a portion of that, but I think that maybe because people like, yeah, your tour made $100 million, but anybody that know how business work know it's just because your tour made $100 million don't mean you actually walked away with it, because you got tour expenses and taxes. So I think you probably still owe money on them loans, and trying to get JC to pay you this money that you list that he owes you, so you can pay it to your creditors so they won't come for your royalties. And that's what I think. But the thing about it, little Kim try to warn you and tell you that the same thing that the industry was trying to do to her, and how they were trying to replace you with her, that's the same thing they doing to you. You should have had listened. And I love you, Miss Nikki, but you should have had listened. But I'm done rambling for the day. Y'all be blessed.